Hello, Kalu Kalay. How are we doing today? My name is Notepad on RI Games for Fun. Didn't plan on doing the stream today, but my friend changed his Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign, which I bowed out of halfway, effectively in the last chunk of, because my mom wanted to talk about her surgery. So, yeah, we did that. We're in the tournament arc section. Yes, the tournament arc. Super excited for the tournament arc. Oh boy. Ooh. I love Pathfinder 2nd Edition. No way am I just terribly fucking bored of that system. Holy shit. But you're not here for me to talk about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You're here for me to talk about Cruciform. As the title says, we're going to be writing combat. Otherwise known as we're going to be writing multiple combat sections. What do I mean by multiple combat sections? Well, it's kind of written on the a little bit written on the cover there. Had a few things to muse about. So I'm doing what only sane and rational individuals do. I'm even not fucking Cruciform right here. I'm only doing what sane and rational individuals will be doing, otherwise known as just writing every variation in my head and seeing what sticks, because sometimes you just gotta do that. You may be wondering, what do I mean by this? A couple of the variations that I'm having trouble with. Actually, no, before we do that, here's what I'm going to do. Before we get to really unfun, boring, nightmare-inducing, before we get into the nitty-gritty, unfun, and nightmare-inducing bullshit, always let's talk about news a little bit, because news is always fun to talk about. Everyone's mad about orcs again. Yeah, it's let me see. It's a 1D. It's 1D&D orcs. It's the new or D&D new orc art. Let me see if I can find it. Orc art. They unleash new artwork for orcs. That's the it's a D&D new art for 2024. Let me see if I can fucking find any of it, because it's very difficult to find anything on 1D&D because people are Well, it's fucking D&D, and everyone has that as their fucking tag in the SEO nightmare term. Nightmare SEO slop, therefore. But some people brought out some new pieces of artwork here, as you kind of see. These are the orcs. These are the brand new orcs, and everyone's saying they're Mexican now. Don't really see that, really. But people are very incensed about it, as always. We have to be very, very mad about the new D&D thing. Because the art is lame. What do you fucking want it to be? That's the entire modus operandi of this operation. The goal is not to create something interesting, it's to create something marketable and immediate, and to escape the bonds of being racist. Don't you know? Come on. Sombrero, the poncho on the... Yeah, again, we can't have orcs look like black people now. Well, in a very affectionate way. We cannot have orcs look like black people as interpreted by, white people from California. Therefore, we are only doing the most logical thing and turning them into other people from California. I don't know why everyone... It's one of those things where I don't get why people are as incensed as they are. One D&D what do you even fucking call this? What do you even fucking call this game anymore? Like, what do you... One D&D 2024? It's fucking annoying. But everyone's mad now because everything is bad and wrong, and we cannot like it. Nothing is good, and nothing is bad, and everything is bad and terrible. It's... Yeah, how do I want to word this? Everything I've seen about the new D&D is, actually, I think TG probably has the best of it. I think everyone's very incensed about it. It's the new thing, so we need to get mad about it, because that's what's going to get us Twitter to clout. I think both sides are very, very guilty. Like, I think people are very, very guilty of it. Both sides of this, whatever the fuck it is. I think everyone's just getting mad for sake of being mad. I wonder if I can find the thread on it. They actually had a decent thread on it. Because D&D is the only game in existence. Where's the fucking orc? Orc, tell me more about the orcs. I don't even know where the fuck this thing is. Yeah, no, there is a, I don't want to word it. There's a brand, it's the thing that we have to be mad about now, and people are going to get mad about it with any piece of art, anything that comes out of this new edition of D&D. 1 D&D, 2 D&D, whatever the fuck they want to call it. I don't know what you want to call this fucking game. I think they're just going to call it 5e and pollute SEO to... to the Nightmare Land. However, anything that comes out of it, it will be immediately destroyed by one side, or everyone will get just mad at the other. It's going to be a constant shit-flinging competition from both sides. There's nothing productive is going to happen with this entire conversation. September is going to suck. September is going to be a rough time for everyone, and it's going to be hilarious. You get rid of orcs from the game, then who will mow the elf lawns and clean dwarf houses? That was another one that people were really mad about, was that there's gay dwarves now. Like, oh no, everyone, look, it's the gay dwarves. They're gay, those wacky gays. I'm like, who fucking cares? Some of the other odd things, you have like everything. Effectively, the game starts at level 3 now. Like, that's like one thing that's a little odd, is like everything starts at level 3. Like your character pops off at that, and they even say, well, you should start at level 3. So it's like, why not make that level 1? They're not making it level 1 because they genuinely can't. Because all the math would break. People are just getting... You ever just realize that people are getting mad for not a good reason? They're just getting mad for the sake of being mad. That is legitimately 99% of this whole D&D stuff. But people are going to get mad about it because that's the only game in existence. You must always remember that. You must always internalize that fact. It is the only game in existence, and it has been the only one to ever exist. So everyone's just really, really mad about it. That it's how do I want to? Everyone's mad about it because they want their thing to be the cool thing that's going to be the best thing, and everyone's just pissed off about it. Why make early levels better when you could just ignore them? Exactly. Like, the thing with what they want to do, from everything I've seen, it is, how do we keep as many sacred cows intact as possible while making things as streamlined as possible? And there's an image I made eons ago, back when time wasn't real. Let me see if I can bring up Notepad writes, like Notepad writes 5e. Because I made an image of how would you make 5e? And I wrote 5e, and everyone said that's a terrible idea. And they're doing exactly what I wrote down, which is effectively just break everything apart. You break everything down and then you sell it to them back to them piecemeal. That's all you need to do. And that's what they're doing. Lo and behold. Because selling it back to you piecemeal is going to get you you're going to need to buy every single wizard subclass again. And they're not going to give it to you in one book. No, they're going to give you every single wizard subclass in about a dozen books. So you have to buy every single one of them if you want to get your wizard, or you're going to have to make a bunch of other things. Effectively, it's a giant fuck you to everyone involved. That's the plan. That's all they give it. Always remember that. That's the D&D is under-monetized. Well, yeah, because, like, right now, that's interesting. Like, if we go to, like, D&D, like, I fucking 1 D&D subclasses. These are all the confirmed subclasses. Now, the thing is, you get one of these at level 3. Now, these are the only ones. Let me see if I can find the, where is the one? Again, it's impossible to find anything just because of how everything's been distributed. Literally because of how everything has been distributed. Yeah, as you kind of see, it's a little bit difficult to see here. But every single class has effectively 4. You just have 4 of them. You get it. Everyone gets it at level 3. But it's like, oh, well, here's all the wizard subclasses. They're going to sell you all the wizard subclass. Anything that has more than a handful of, subclasses, they're going to sell it to you later. I understand everyone's going to update their subclasses to the new version, of course. Because no shit, they're going to do that. Or you can just say, oh, well, we'll just rewrite it, and it'll just be new. So buy the new thing. It's really fascinating. This entire situation's very, very fascinating. It's very interesting. Honest to God, Draco, D&D is under-monetized. Extremely under-monetized. If the guys upstairs had it their way, you would buy every subclass. You would buy a new book for level 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20. You would buy a brand new book for that. You want to know how you really break apart D&D? Here's the thing. Let's think about what is a D&D character at the end of the day. So you got your race, your class, which kind of goes into your subclass. We've got race, class, subclass, bunch of things like that. What you do is you split it up, because at the end of the day, what was D&D really selling you? They were selling you new races, they're selling you new options, and if you notice, they don't have Artificer. They don't have Artificer, so you're going to buy Artificer again. Oh, but I want to play Artificer normally. No, you can't play the new Artificer. You need to buy the new Artificer. Because there's going to be enough things that are going to be slightly different, ever so slightly tweaked differently, that you probably, if you bring something over, you're just going to feel more annoyed at it than anything. So you'd want to get the new revised version, which is going to cost you some money. Current counter argument, fuck that. Exactly. That's the unfortunate thing, and that's why they did the microtransactions on Beyond D&D for a while. But let's see. This is our Sugar Rush variant. So, you provide a little bit of context of what's popping in the hood. We're doing Cruciform. We're doing an update to combat. We need to fix combat up to make it a little bit better. Now, I was having some issues because currently, the idea is in Cruciform, as of right this second, the thing is you get momentum. Which doubles as your initiative. You spend momentum to get additional actions. Actions a turn. Build momentum for action. And then you build momentum for actions as well. Now, you may be thinking, why is this referred to as, why do I call this method Sugar Rush? Because that's what it is. You build it up really high, you dump it all. You go up, you crash. Go up, you crash. That's how it is. Now, you may be wondering, Notepad. Once you build a certain model to break from the status quo, what happens to Unity? Yep. Expectation of literally every person would pay or use the product. Now, the thing is, there's a few things we want to do with combat, why this is getting a little bit complicated to use the current method. One, I want reactive defenses. What does this actually mean? Currently, there is no way to defend yourself in Cruciform. There is no way to actually protect yourself. If someone attacks you, they're going to roll damage and you will lower your health by that amount. Now, in Grambelm, this worked quite well. You want to know why it worked in Grambelm as well as it did? Because Grambelm was a game about being in giant robots. Cruciform is not, and people reported that you died very quickly. They were a little bit confusing. Currently, the method that was in place, that is currently in place for that, is the idea of brace and evasion. Effectively, you spend an action, which you roll beat die plus either toughness or finesse, and then that's your effectively ablative armor. That's kind of the current way of doing it. You're spending an action to get armor to spend on certain actions, whether it's ranged or whether it's melee. This doesn't work. This doesn't work for a variety of reasons. It's a little bit janky, because generally speaking, the concept here is that you have to track each individually, and it also dissipates when used. Build up a lot of brace, and it goes away after someone taps you for 1 damage. That is not ideal. Feels odd that you die fast in Cruciform. It's the game that you own by the sea, and look of it doesn't give that vibe. Exactly. Initially, that was never really the intent. However, you have to remember this game was built from a mech game. That's always been one of the things with the beat system. It was built for a mech game, not a fleshy human being scale game. So it's like, okay, all right, we change this. We look at it from a different angle. Now, the thing is, what I want to do with reactive defenses is you are attacked. You are attacked. Oh no. You respond with Royal Guard. I'm calling it Royal Guard because I have no better way, or a dodge. Effectively. That's what we need to implement. We need to implement Royal Guard and dodge. But no, Paddy, can't put it. It's not actually Royal Guard, people. People were getting really caught up on that. Royal Guard, because in Devil May Cry, Royal Guard is your ability to block. That's all Royal Guard actually does. It's your ability to throw up Dante's Gauntlet and defend himself. You're getting attacked, Royal Guard. You're going to get hit by an attack, Royal Guard. You're going to get slammed by a big attack, Royal Guard. What you're supposed to do. Not actually trying to mimic the Royal Guard mechanic, it's just the idea of defending yourself. Reactive/active defenses. Think about how many different systems have you built, because you have quite a few. I do not remember how many you really utilized. Let's see. Unique system. Anthrodesis Dissonance used Anthrodesis Dissonance used an old method. BCS is its own system. And custom system technically uses a variant of another system. I can't remember. Center system is kind of a Cruciform was built as a mishmash of a few different systems. Beat system along with a lot of Fist of Chaos, to be honest. That's the Crisis system. Clan Head was technically a very botched variant of BCS, though it got changed to be its own thing after a while. Catman Thule uses its own system. Caps uses its own system. Don Maku uses his own system. Dark Corners uses a variant system of another variant system. Deep Blue Girls uses the Waifu Core system. I need to rewrite Waifu Core entirely. Dungeon Tactics obviously is diceless. Dying of Dryads uses a variant of Song of Swords, though it's more closely adapted from Gachi Muchi Nirvana Seekers. There's kind of a bit of crossway between the two of them at this point. Diceless Fate game uses its own system, which was later used in God Killing Sword. God Killing Sword and Fate Lonely Dance are effectively the same game in different contexts. Fate, Fear and Hunger uses its own system. Endless Adventures uses a variant system of a variant system, but it's kind of like the mother variant system in that regard. Lona uses its own. Eclipse Judgment uses its own. Eagles and Rifles uses its own. Feast of Legends is technically another system entirely, but is the foundation of the Notepad D20. Own system that influenced a lot of other systems. Own system. Song of Swords variant. Custom system, I believe. War game. Custom system. Technically a variation of the interlock system. A little bit easier to understand, though. Necronica, obviously. Beat system, the original beat system with its D20 basis. It's not as great. I don't much care for the D20 basis of Granbelm. It functions. Custom system. Beat die. Granbelm and Iron Methuselah are effectively the same game. Some differences when it comes to Iron Methuselah has a lot more about guaranteed results and being a little bit diceless in its opening. Midnight Anima uses its own. I really need to fix Midnight Anima one of these days. MGA uses its own system. Pigs, Okusan, OG, Nautomons, Neurobeat, Pedigrees, all of these use their own system. Technically variant of Song of Swords again. Three-tiered, custom. Fuck, what did Deep Sea use? It's been a while. I know Deep Sea used its own. Deep Sea has a system based off another system. It's a little bit complicated. This was a D20. It was a Notepad D. It was an early Notepad D20. I could probably read. Grug uses its own system. Guy uses its own system. Inchling uses a custom one. Rumble Heart is Herbs. Custom. Technically, that's a diceless system. It gets a little confusing in that regard if you want to be really specific with things. Hello, manly co-host. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Pay Notepad. Cool. Let's do that. So there we go. Let's run the ads, everyone. Yay! Let's see. Uses BCS. Custom. Botched, cards. Custom. Actually, that's uses the old system. Custom. Actually, this is 4D12. That's D2000. Omega Men is D2000. This is pretty much these are two foundations of D2000. Botched version, Theomashi. Yeah, I've got a couple systems in my under my belt at this point. Too many, to be honest. Concept occurred to me with Roll Guard as an active roll. Reaction does not increase or increase beat die on success. To adjust people, his other dodges. Ad break over. Community is back. So, we're going to be using. I came up with a few different methods of doing this. So this is. We're calling this one Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush is a very simple one. It's about building and crashing. That's the entire idea. That's how we're building it. We're using this. This is momentum. Momentum is our golden boy resource. This is our initiative. Now let's see. We'll add their total finesse and will to determine their starting momentum present in ascending order. Okay, so we don't really need to worry about this. We don't need to worry about Sister Claire's thing anymore. So during combat, do ability to magician start with all indicators start with D4 beat action. A step this falls tied up, increasing the effectiveness. Sin combos cannot exceed D20 as their beat die. Subsequent action do not increase beat die due to drop their beat die back to D4 if they perform the same action twice. Now, this brings us to I don't know what to call this. Because we can't call it a combo, because combo is not the correct wording for it. We need to call it something else. We need to call this a... unless we name combos up here. You know, see. Let's see. Adjudicators may perform a combo on their. Let's see. And then adjudicators may perform a combo on their turn. Combos allow the current beat die to be used for different actions on the same turn by spending three momentum or conviction. The adjudicator performs a second action. And performs a second action. Performs a second action. Performs a second action of their choice. By spending 6 momentum or conviction. Each action only uses the current beat die. Beat die, but may repeat. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Hyla, hey, I am working on my own thing, so not judging. Just want a POV. With all existing systems, why do we need more? Because I have the burning desire to create more things. I love making things. It's very fun and exciting. I enjoy the process of creating brand new things. That kind of thinking makes it so people only make shitty NSR homebrews, which is the same shit over and over again, where people make the insane insistent PBTA hack, claiming it's something brand new because they instead squiggled the line of a dick instead of squiggling the line of a sword. I love the puzzle of making things. It's fascinating, it's interesting. I love making things, Charlie. I love things! Nothing is ever good enough. You must continue making things. If you continue making things, you never find out that you have a new thing to try. Let's see, it's each action only uses current beat time, but may repeat the same action more than once. But may repeat the same action more than once. Mm. 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 Actually, they would drop the beat. Mm. That's kind of the thing with stringing together a combo is that you have to continue, you have to think ahead. It's like, I want to use my D6 to do these 3 actions, but you can string together the same action. So you can say, go aerial, attack, attack, that's fine. But a D8, you can't maneuver, go aerial, or attack without losing action. So if you string together a bunch of actions all together, you're going to drop your combo a lot easier. That's a problem. That's one of the sins of Sugar Rush, is that you are Montesson. you're going to lose something very fast. Do song right in the Fuck. Granbelm. That's the wrong Granbelm. Hello, Granbelm. We want to bring me up the constellation map. Actually. The arena is a, let's see, turn into the guise of Tartarus itself. The arena is a reflection of Tartarus. Around it and hosts the most malign terror created by demonic taint that infects the world around it. It hosts the most malign of hell's creations. The arena is the is no Let's see. Combat takes, let's see. Combat, no, we don't. Takes place on the arena map, a visual representation of the battlefield. The adjudicators find themselves engaging the enemy. Each arena is broken down. We want to do. Well, let's see. Jupan getting on. This could be a day. It could be a one day as a parking garage or some Fantastical Twisted Realm. Twisted Realm. The Twisted Realm is the day. Enter the arena to battle. It's either the adjudicator or their target. Let's see each one. Let's see, wage war and for majority of the points in the arena. Set pieces. Set pieces are defined locations inside of the that the adjudicator with a actually die value. And to the adjudicators, there are 4 types of set pieces. Let's see. 4 types of set pieces in a 4 types of set pieces that may occur in an arena. There are 4 types of set pieces which may occur in an arena. Walk, walk. Let's see. If we had to make everything in 5e, that would include MLP in 5e. Be glad there's practically infinite design space for new systems. Hey, I'll have you know, Essence 20, the MLP Essence 20 game exists, and that's pretty much 5e. Ugh. Sweaty. It's very hot still. Okay, so set piece. Need to figure out how that hostile. Let's see. Theater tank. The die value. Set piece. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Not great. We're just kind of writing things down. Cinemat, Murder Displays bad line. That's a miracle. Let's see, so we do. I don't really have actually any, do I? For how many points on the map there should be. Let's see. Each arena. Every. Let's see. The AD will choose the size of the arena to connect each battlefield and set piece together. Another point in at least one. Let's see. So we go to the right, table properties, color, black on black, 0.5, we up, we arena size, table. Why don't we do 1.5? We set it to 11. Actually, we set it to 10. Set pieces. We do 3. 4. Average should be, we do 4, 6. large one would be 5, 8, and then a grand one would be 6, 10. Grand arena. A standard arena, you will need to effectively put 10 dots down on a map. Now, how does this actually work? This is something I'm going to have to draw out and just explain to people because it's a little bit weird to talk about. But basic concept. So, the basic idea of the constellation map is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. Got all these points. Now, what you do is say, okay, you know all these points are here, so you're going to connect you up. Let's say this moves here. Let's say you can only let's say we've got these. Got these. Let's connect these 2 points together. Let's connect this point together, this point together, this point together. And I think we could probably do something like this, maybe. If I can draw a straight fucking line. So let's say this is what let's say our constellation is. This is our constellation map. I call it the Stella map. So let's say this is one of our set pieces right here, and let's say this set piece right here. We have a average. We need 3 set pieces, 4 set pieces. Let's say we have a set piece here, and let's say we've got one like right here. Okay, so what does this mean? What do we have established here? Any of these open spot, black spots here are effectively, we can just fight here perfectly normal and nothing bad is going to happen. However, we might say, you know what? I want this to be a D. No, that's a terrible color. I want this to be cyan. Let's say this is a D10 thing. Let's say this is D8. Let's say this is a 6, and let's say this is a D4. So here's where this is how you make a constellation map. So what's going to go on is, let's say our team starts here. At the beginning of every round, you effectively get to move for free. You always get to move for free. You're going to move 1 space in any direction. It doesn't really matter. That's your free movement. You are free to always keep moving around. Nothing is stopping you from doing that. But what's going to happen is, anytime you enter one of these things, you deal with the consequence in it. Or you're dealing with the issue presiding. But let's say there is a good old fight here. So we're engaging in a fight here. Cool. Now, the thing is, let's say I'm standing here, and I've got a gun. You are in a open space. I could shoot you. Because you are in an open space. Contrary, that's kind of the idea. It works pretty well in Grand Belm, because Grand Belm is all about having giant fucking cannons. Little different than most things, but the idea is trying to get into an ideal position where you can actively manipulate your items, the way that you fight the best. If you're a big tank of a person, let's say, hey, we've got a bunch of rangers. Let's say we've got a guy with a big fucking gun. Let's say this is an advantage point. We want to slap our big guy with a gun right here. That's where he is. Here's Gunman. Now, giant brick shithouse man wants to stand here. Because if, fucking forces of hell come at him, he's going to be able to take them on and fight them. Oh no, though, there's a little flanking area over here. Someone might try to flank over. Well, that's where we have Triangle Man. Triangle Man's going to just kind of stay there, or maybe he's going to try to push upwards a little bit. So now we have some tactical thinking. Boom biata, boom biata. The entire idea of the Stella map is that you are always moving. You are never not moving. Okay to move. So let's get back to it. Going to probably rewrite the section regardless of what we. So, actions in combat. Alright, this is where things start getting a little bit hectic. So, if we take our basic combo action, take our basic actions in combat from here, and we put them here, what to do now is change them to be correct. So, plus aggression, actually, plus force plus. We don't want that. That's my plus modifier. We want to get rid of this. If I remember correctly, we do have a past. Circle. Let's see. We check this. We don't. That we don't need to race anymore. This is effectively execute. I'm like kind of using both. So let's see. Execute, destroy minion beast value. Yeah, kind of the idea of the execute is during anytime you've played one of these more stylish action games, effectively sometimes bosses will have a lot of minions, a lot of ads that will effectively just be there for you to eat. They drop health packs or something, so that's what they're trying to do. Let's go. Mm. 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 Yeah, there we go. This is what spelling is all about. Mm. 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 Let's see. Mm. Mm. With the target, they are within range. Range 1 of. They make an opposed beat die plus. Beat die plus. Let's see, we do that plus modifiers of the adjudicator. Mm. 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 There we go. Envision. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Say they. And conviction and increase their beat die. Oh, that's all Envision does. Envision's a little bit more helpful in case you damage. All you have to envision. If you envision, you get a little bit of health back. It's not great, but you always have a free heal. Evade. We're getting rid of evade. Maneuver. Let's see. Yeah, Ah, Jesus fucking. You monster. Can't believe the Orthodox Church has been shot and killed. Manly has been shot and killed, and inshallah. The tiger is dead. Let's see. The Arminox performs an action. Performs an action not covered here. Make that. Performs an action not covered here. Maybe interact with a beat die. As long as the action occurs, they will increase their beat die. Refocus. This is one of the weirder ones. So refocus is insanely important. So if we go to refocus, this is a big point about the sugar rush. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Actually, we could probably shift that down. You know, why don't we shift that down? I mean, no. Shift. We do have shift as shift. Beat die plus 4. Have something. Of toughness. Whoever fails, whoever fails, they are moved to adjacent point of the arena. They're moved into actually. Choice. There we go. Whoever fails this, shifting is kind of good. Tactica, the Judicator. The Judicator makes an opposed beat die plus it would. Beat die plus faith. It's modifiers versus a target's beat die plus. I don't know if I want to give monsters something different. Whoever is victorious increases their beat die by 1 step. Now this is where things start getting hectic. We have dispel. We have disruption. We have dispel. We have that. We don't need evasion. We have execute. Of that. We have that. We have that. We have that. That. So we get to add a few new ones. So. This is an aerial, and this is an aerial target, targets actually, right? It's kind of a weird way versus an aerial targets. Beat die plus finesse. If they are successful, the target will cease to be area. Let's see, then we go aerial. Mm. Let's see. If the adjudicator does not perform an action, actually, the adjudicator does not perform an action. Actually, how do I want to word this? Effectively, the idea is that you kick some. Going aerial is you leaping up into the air effectively to continue fighting. You have to continue doing actions that let you maintain air. That's the big thing. As long as it lets you maintain air, you're good. You will stay aerial. And it's considered to be aerial. They will. That maintains air. They will. Let's see. As long as the adjudicator performs at least one action every round that maintains air, they will be considered. Toughness if the then knock up is funny to me. It's not a great word. Yeah, I understand. Sorry, but the cult can't tolerate opposition. Let's see. So, I mean, let's see. Reaction costs 5 momentum to perform. Actually, we. Reducing the amount of power an adjudicator has. Combos. Mm. 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 See, forming a. Let's see. Performing a reaction does not increase the beat die of the adjudicator. They will use their current round's beat die. There we go. Beat die plus toughness. Let's see. The adjudicator braces for impact. They will add their beat die and toughness together. No, they will roll. Let's see. Go. That's so. Then we have dodge. Mm-hmm. Oh goodness. Hello, phone. Yeah. Hello, hello. That was my mother. My mom called because she thought she heard something downstairs. So I have to be the one to go down there and protect her because she had a bad run-in with rats earlier this year. And rats suck. Nobody likes rats. Let's see. No. Let's see. How do I want to do? No, we can do let's see. The adjudicator attempts to. Versus the target's attack. If the adjudicator is successful, they deal let's see, if the adjudicator is successful, they'll do damage equal to their force die roll. Let's see. Damage equal to the two. This would be only let's see. Same point. Effectively, you can only parry in melee. You can't parry. You can't shoot someone and parry their gun like with your own gun. That's not how that works. It was not a rat this time. We don't know what it was. The original rat that showed up, it was a big hubbabadoo, big motherfucker, big old rat. Ricky Rat got poisoned and died. My mom actually seriously considered, getting a big mean cat, to be a mouser. Because this wasn't a little mouse. This was a rat. This was a good sized fucking rat. Fucking Skaven blight up in this house. Luckily, the guy, everyone came in, everything got sealed away, but I think she's always been a little paranoid since then about it. For good reason. Let's see. No, that's not. I mean, really, is that all we need? Is that all we really need for... Royal Guard, Royal Guard, Royal Guard, Royal Guard. Hey, actually, why don't we do yeah, they roll. Let's see. Adjudicate relies on the faith as a shield. Literally, they roll their beat die plus faith. So, okay. Brace is, I just want to soak damage. Dodge is you kind of making a gamble. You're always going to, you can always end up, the thing with the dodge is that you can always take, you're always reducing damage by at least half. The problem is, you're burning it to maybe take half damage, even if you fail. While Brace is a lot more guaranteed, kind of, you have a good idea what you're probably going to be reducing it by. Parrying is a fuck it we ball maneuver, and Resonance Prayer is we're going to do that. Effectively, Brace is saying, I'm okay with taking a little bit of damage, If you're taking an insane amount of damage, dodge is probably going to buy, so it's not enough to save you. Hmm. Yeah, my mom wanted a cat that already knew what it was, and she didn't want like a kitten. That's what she really did not want, was like a little kitten. On the other hand, the cat that she was actually looking at, if she was actually looking at a cat, was 13 years old. Now, to give you an idea, 13 years old, like 13 years old in cat years. That thing was 68 years old, effectively. Cat years wise, that animal was extremely fucking old. And it was really funny because it was just like, oh, there she is, and that cat looked tired. That cat was like, none of the cats at the shelter were below the age of 8. None of them were, and they were older. That wasn't even the oldest cat. The oldest cat there was 15. That cat was fucking ancient, and it looked ancient. Even I was like, Jesus. Let's see. Beat guy. We don't really need to worry about disarming this kind in this game. We don't really about emergency repair. So actually, let's just do. No, absolute execution actually. Air. Automatically reset the beat die down to D4 when it is performed. As long as it is the last action committed. Let's see. Finishers may be performed as part of a combo as long as it is the last action committed during the combo. Yeah, easy enough to understand. We choose to cast, so you can say, okay, I want to build up a big thing, and then do cast, so you want to say, okay, I've got D8, 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 you know, creation, and then I'm going to fire off my spell. You get reset down to D4. What? Okay. Faith, it's a faith. There we go. Faith, comma, toughness, comma. There we go. So it's kind of the idea is like you effectively get a shot of healing by virtue of doing a breather. The problem is you get a shot of healing, but you don't really. It's not as good for you to do this. They will do beat die. They will deal. Beat die plus S plus will. Grappling. Grappling, we can just put this right here. The adjudicator locks onto it. Beat die plus force plus finesse. Modifier versus the target's beat die. Plus modifiers. If the adjudicator is successful, the target's combo immediately at the target immediately. Immediately. Mm. 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 Julie. Mm. 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 Act two. Mm. Mm. Go. Mm. 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 Actually. Mm. Yep. Mm. Yeah, follow through strike is kind of become the universal one. That catch 24, you're like, damn, that's an old ass cat. Hmm. So okay, so this is variant 1. This is Sugar Rush variant. Now, the Sugar Rush variant is effectively build up your actually we remove refocusing. Okay, each phase. Combat is derived. Combat is broken down. Into 4 phase. Combat is broken down into 4 phases. 4 phases every round. These take place. Let's see. Combat is broken down into 4 phases every round. Take place in order. And will reset. And will reset it. And will re. Let's see. Check something. Increase the checks to require to check statuses. Check statuses. Update update their beat die. We've vaguely explained the beat die. Update their beat die. And manage their momentum. Go. So we break it down into 4 sections. Insert table. Actually, so no. Actually, no, we do. Do. The morning fade. Is the top of the round. Each adjudicator. Each adjudicator will increase their beat die by one step, unless they. Let's see, drop their beat, in which case it will be reset to D4, increasing the die from D0 to D4. After this, they will roll their beat die. They will roll their beat die and increase their momentum by the amount equal to their increase their momentum equal to their beat die. These isn't the final ones. These are just very pretentious names that I'm using just to make things simple. Because I can't think of anything right now. Daylight. During daylight phase, all the round, each combatant and each adjudicator and their enemies will take their each adjudicator and their enemies will take their turn. Take their turn in order of their current momentum. Let's see. Judicator and their enemy, Judicator and their enemies will take their turn in order of their current momentum, increasing their Probably an easier way of doing this. I just want to that so. Let's see. At the end of the final turn, all conditions will trigger in addition to all conditions and set pieces trigger. Okay, so that, yep, effectively the idea is that Twilight, when you hit Twilight, it is everything triggers at once. So if you're bleeding, you resolve it at Twilight. Actually, at the beginning of final of the let's see, finally, midnight. With the vector, if let's see. If one side seeks retreat, they will have the leader, or one with high. Forces. Opposing forces leaders beat die plus finesse. Mm. 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 What is that term? What am I thinking? What am I? It's yeah, you. That is correct. I am doing the correct way of wording this. It is harrying a retreat, or harry their retreat. There, that is the correct word of. That is the correct way of wording this. You are harrying their retreat, which is a weird thing to say, but that is the correct thing to say. There we go. So. Mm. 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 This is let's see. Mm. Mm. Okay, so this is Sugar Rush mode. Sugar Rush has its own way of doing things. Now we rewrite it. Yes, it took us 2 hours to get here, and now we're going to rewrite the entire thing. But it'll be a little bit easier. Effectively, I'm mostly focused around when to refocus and when to act. Effectively, what we do is the idea of Sugar Crash is simple. The idea of the Sugar Crash method is you are constantly building only to crash down. Build, 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 crash down. 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 That's kind of the idea. Actually, if we want to be really particular with it, we should keep a... So, there we go. So the entire idea is that you are building up and constantly crashing down. It's the management of your, effectively, it's the management of your momentum and when to say, I want to burn a lot of it to defend myself or do do a big combo and then build it back up. You're going to hit points. If we assume that it's like going to be like this a lot, you're going to hit points like this. The worst case scenario in Sugar Crash is this happens. Like you get kind of like you build up a lot, you burn it all, and you're never really able to get any back because you keep getting harassed. That's kind of the worst case scenario in that regard. Like you are just unable to act any further. However, if we go to our second mode, which is set interval, it's if we interval, if we do interval method, so let's see. When adjudicators enter the fray, all adjudicators will roll finesse and will to determine their starting momentum. Momentum represents an which reflects the order during the round, which is individual turn. During combat, we'll build their beat die. Drop a finisher. So, what happens here is we remove that section, but let's see. Example, adjudicator acts on 12, takes their action. They may choose to take a second turn on momentum 7 and third on momentum 2. After an adjudicator has taken their turn, the current momentum, they may choose. We want to do that. There we go. So, combat phases. So, adjudicators increase. Let's see. Reset after this. Adding their beat die remains the same, remains the same, remains the same. Everything. Actually, do. Let's see. Set pieces will trigger in order of. let's see. At the end of the final turn, all conditions and set pieces will trigger automatically at once, potentially resulting in fatal consequences. For involved any Reign of the Supernatural. Da 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 da. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay. Here, we can't have refocus in this version of the game. Let's see. Then we have reactions. Reactions cost. We reduce the momentum cost to 2, so you can actively more perform it. But you're effectively saying, "Hey, you're delaying yourself later and later." Mm. 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 Let's see. So it's kind of the idea of set interval is very much like, instead of taking multiple actions at one turn, you are taking one action every turn effectively, but you can take multiple actions every round if you are willing to pay the cost for it. If you roll really well, which you're going to be rolling a lot better, you are going to be consistently getting more and more actions per round, and that makes it variable and a lot more active in the way you can do things. Finishers, cast, this remains the same, this remains the same. That's pretty much all that really needs to change here, is just the way that you resolve how intervals. Now, this brings me to the third one, which is the one beat method. See, we do this. That's plus. Say, Mm. 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 Let's see, let's see, a choice to move to one adjacent point on the in the arena. Let's just want a choice to move to one adjacent point in the arena. Mm. 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 Silly. Mm. 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 Yeah, demon flag grub. That's kind of the idea, is like if you're moving faster than someone, you will have the opportunity to say, hey, I'm moving, you're gonna move here, I'm gonna follow you. Or hey, you're moving there, I'm gonna move away because like I'm gonna like kind of counter where you're going. Faster you are, the more opportunity you have a little bit there. He's gonna have the mm. 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 Hello, Fly Grub. Fly Grub. What are you doing, Fly Grub? Oh, I'm a little guy. I'm just a little guy. Mm. Let's see. We would need to add in refocus here. Mm. 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 Increase it by plus. So it's kind of like, hey, even if you do refocus and you fail, like you could still increase it by +2. So later on, it may not. You may be refocusing for just a +2. Doesn't seem like that much. It's just saying, I want to go earlier. I want to go first. Refocusing is not as useful as it is in other versions of this. Let's see. Adjudicator. Adjudicator. The adjudicator is acted upon in melee and range. They may choose with the damage reducing the conviction by the amount. Reactions constitute to momentum this round to perform. Let's see, so finisher. Croissant. Croissant. Now, technically, there is another version of this. There is one final version of this. So we're going to write that in real fast. Okay, so we do the diddly dance online. Okay. Again, when I said we were going to be writing combat systems, little did you know this would be writing the same combat system multiple times. Yeah. One day more. Mm. 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 Also doubles as order during the round. And the momentum to. Mm. 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 If the adjudicator purchases additional actions with their momentum, then each action only uses the current beat time, but maybe use the same action more than once. Not increase the beat time when the action used in conjunction with another, but will interfere with prior use of future action the adjudicator may perform. Here we go. The combat phase before the big phases. Let's see. So, morning phase. The morning phase. The top of the round. Mm. 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 How much gracefully actually very supernatural. I'm supernatural. Mm. 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 Oh, what do they mean? Mm. 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 Okay, so let's do. Okay, we are dealing with combos. Interval combat does not actually deal with combos, so we don't. That set beat, the system does not worry about combos. Surge, effectively the surge system doesn't need to worry about that either, but it's just a different way. First set of actions turns as long as final action being performed. Follow through. Grappello. Le grappel. Okay, that's 4 variations of the exact same combat system written out. This is in no way slightly confusing to deal with. Mm, there's an online method. We still need to worry about things like wall smashing, but generally we're in a better place than what we were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this off to somebody, and I'm going to say, read this. Yes, read all 38 pages of this. I'm just going to say most of the main changes are going to happen in the initial part. Really, all you need to part is how you are and effectively read the main section. Read the main sections of the combat. Good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it here, but we're going to be doing this. Effectively, I'm going to be sending this over to people and saying, hey, read read this and make sure that it works. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for following. My name is Notepad Anon. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Godspeed, good luck. We're not going to raid anyone tonight because we don't have that many people, all things considering. And I think everyone is asleep anyway. So, Bababuchi. Who the fuck is Bababuchi? That sounds like a pornographic individual. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all. Godspeed. Good luck. If you need me, you know where to find me. I'd like to purposely, Sabuchi. Very different. We've already dealt with enough mating presses, and apparently there is a, baby warframe here. Yes, Yoreli mating press has not only been, canonized, but it's now just lore now. God help us all. I'm as they say away.